It's party time!
Here in the now, we live above the shadows. For and somehow we are beautifully created.
Welcome to Pump It Up Work.
Hello, Space Dogs!
Hello.
It's Party Prime. Although we've got a small party so far. It was funny. Tim literally showed up probably like 10 seconds after I pushed start on the stream.
Yeah.
So,
Got caught up in a little bit of traffic.
yeah. Happy Black Friday, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you go and spend lots of money buying useless things that you don't need?
I spent lots of money on useless things that I don't need, but I didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
I went to breakfast. But, like, I would have done that anyway.
I placed one order on Amazon.
Yeah, I did like the I did the pre-Cyber Monday Friday thing
Yeah.
ish, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I've had a watch band, a new watch band, sitting in my cart for like a week, waiting to get it. Because it's like, I
man.
want to spend enough to get free shipping. And, and so I was like, I should see if anyone has like 3D filament on sale because I need more of that. So they did. So I bought that.
I was yeah, I don't know. I definitely got suckered into some deals. You're saying you've had a thing in your cart forever. Man, there are things, not like directly in my cart, but like I'll eventually like hit the save for later.
Yeah.
But there's things in my save for later that have been there literally for years now.
Yeah, I'm pretty certain I have some things too. This is something that I like. The band that holds down is like about to go on this, so it's like I need to order a replacement at some point.
Oh man, I have almost bought myself a new Fitbit like 3 times in the last month, and I have not done it. So I've still got my ancient my ancient Flex 2. I would probably still have the Flex 1 had I not. How many times did I lose that one? Twice, I think. Well, no. So the last time I lost it was actually at King Spa. I had clipped it to my I had clipped it to the little uniform, but then I just threw it in the in the bin, and then when I left, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, I'm not getting that one back.
So that's gone. It either got found, maybe, but probably not. It probably went through their commercial washer dryer.
Yeah.
And is
Melted.
fried forever. Yeah, because I'm sure they like bleach the hell out of those things and run them on like ultra hot.
Yeah.
But no. My big thing that I got today, I had backed this webcam 2 years ago or something like that, and then on like Indiegogo, and then they shipped it. Like I got it.
That's the one you use upstairs?
Yeah, I have been using it upstairs, but about a month ago, Belinda suggested that we split our camera feed so that it's 2 cameras, one for each of us, rather than just a single camera. It's a little. It makes things a little bit more flexible, and it's a little bit better shot. Because then it's not like because
not as wide of a shot.
Well, it's the problem with having us both in a single camera is we do have to like kind of scooch kind of unnaturally close together, and she has cooties, so so I can't have that. But no, it's so weird because like things that happen on like things that. The way things are in real life and the way things look on camera are like not the same at all, right?
No,
so,
especially because like whenever you're doing like webcam type, like anything like that, it's usually a fairly wide angle,
right?
At a very close proximity, so
right?
It makes everything look a lot more spaced out than it is.
And for sure, like I'm standing at a normal, like comfortable conversation distance for me right now. But like for both of us to be in the shot, we were basically like this, you know? Yeah. And it's just like, that's weird. Yeah. I mean, it's not weird. It's just kind of like, especially if you're trying to like do stuff, it gets a little bit.
It's constricting.
Too close. Yeah.
What you can actually do.
So I did. I split it into 2 cameras, but I had been using that camera that I got as a backer. It's called the Lumina or whatever, not Spawn. But and for the second camera, I just pulled like one of Belinda's old cameras that she had sitting on the shelf.
Quality difference between
and
shots.
There is no making the 2 of those look the same.
Yeah.
Like they just can't. And so I was like, fine. You know, well, I've been thinking about it. I'm like, maybe I'll just order another Lumina. And then today they're like Black Friday, half off, you know, blah blah blah. And I'm like,
yeah.
So it's actually because you know it's the thing like when you back it, you get a discount, right?
Yeah.
So I had gotten a pretty good discount on it.
But then buying a new one, you have to pay full price. So
right.
Like,
and so I had been not wanting to, not really pulling the trigger, but just thinking about it. And then like the Black Friday sale is like, oh, now it's cheaper than you paid when you backed it, and free shipping. And I'm like, okay, so cool. Yeah. So I was like, all right, fine.
I literally bought a couple spools of 3D filament, just gray, neutral, like because it's one like I have like 6 or 7 different types of filament in different amounts left, like small amount of this, small amount of that, a bunch of like a couple things that I don't use for much, but for my general use I usually just get like a neutral gray and go with that. And I was out and I just kind of haven't ordered it recently because it's like just wasn't high priority. And so I was like, oh, I wonder if things are on sale. And I went and looked around, and there's the brand I like. It's like a mid-price. They're normally like $25 a roll. You can get like $20 a roll, stuff, but it's usually not quite as good quality. Or you can spend like $30 a roll and get maybe better quality, maybe. So the $25 ones they had 20% off on Amazon. So it's like, all right, $20. I'll basically pay for the cheap stuff, but I'm getting the better stuff that I like. So
you're talking about quality. It's funny because I've run into. I just looked over there and I see I have a light fixture. The one under the bar, the closest one to us. You can see it's like a gap there.
Oh.
I think it's coming out of the ceiling. Note to self, fix lights Cool. Anyway, speaking of quality, so that web camera, it is USB-C, so it has a USB-C port in the back. It doesn't have a built-in cable, so you have to plug the cable into it and then go. And I have not been using the cable that it came with because it was, like normal length, versus what I need, which is actually like 10 feet or 12 feet or something like that, because I'm kind of going further away than normal in that application. What kept happening to me was, especially now that it's like winter and it's all dry, from the heat, is if I went to adjust that camera, it's got a metal body, and I would touch it and I would shock it, and it would reset the PC. And I was like, shit, that's not good. It happened at least once on stream, which of course drops the stream, right? Because like the PC's dead. Like it reboots, everything's fine. Like it doesn't
it just
damage
trips the
anything,
reboot.
but it definitely like kills it. I was talking to Brandon about it, and he was like, sounds like you have a cheap cable. And I was like, honestly, I don't even remember where this cable came from. So I switched to a different cable, and now it seems fine.
Wasn't grounded properly.
Who knows, man? Some, it was probably, like a $2.99 cable off of Amazon or something like that at some point, right? But I've also been having a problem down here lately. This has happened in the past, but it's getting worse, where the main camera freezes. It'll just like freeze, and all I have to do is like deactivate, reactivate, and it's fine. But like it's been doing it multiple times on stream, and I'm pretty sure it's like static electricity, because like usually what happens is even like as I'm playing, I can tell if I especially in doubles, right? When you're coming across and you hit a panel and your foot kind of like rolls over the sole a little bit, I can feel a shock like in the edge of my foot, where the cloth gets close enough to the metal and it arcs.
Wow.
And usually when that happens, the camera freezes. And so I'm like, I'm pretty sure that this is I'm pretty sure this is a static electricity problem, possibly too. And I know that so it's a big 25-foot HDMI cable going from the camera over there all the way to the PC back over here. But it's been running behind there, across the floor, behind 2DX and everything. So right before the stream, I went up. I'm going up over across the ceiling. So I'm hoping that.
Yeah, I was saying, because it doesn't look like anything like too fancy of a cable.
No, it's a super cheap cable.
Yeah.
I mean, to give you an idea, I think it's a 25-foot. The thing about it is, the camera is mini HDMI, not full size HDMI. So I had to buy a cable for it. But I think it was the 25-foot cable was like $18. So I'm not expecting a lot from it.
I have a 25-foot between my PC and my TV at home, because they're on the same wall, but they're a ways apart. And I did kind of splurge on that one. I went ahead. I didn't spend a lot. I think I maybe spent like $35 for the cable, but it was significantly more than like the Amazon Basics and the cheap stuff. And it's a substantially thicker cable than the other one I have.
I have a 25-foot like regular HDMI cable that's a chonker.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, does that mean it's good?
Not
Not necessarily,
but
if static electricity is the issue, maybe.
The one I have was advertised as like having extra shielding and stuff in it. So
right. In this case, I didn't have a lot of options, because it's like I need mini on one end and regular HDMI on the other, and I need it to be long.
Yeah.
So that's not a common product.
No, you would have, if you wanted a heavy duty cable, you would have probably just had to just get a regular cable and then just an adapter and stick it on the end.
Yeah, I thought about doing that.
But then you're adding another connection.
Right.
I
try not to use adapters if I don't have to, because
Yeah.
it just makes things
It
more
just adds another
complicated.
failure
And,
point,
and another failure
essentially.
point, exactly. So anyway, Also, hello everybody. I know this is our well, you know.
Well, like I said, I
you know
literally
the drill.
showed up right as you were going live, so we didn't have time
Well,
to
yeah, I
shoot
was
the shit before.
and I was also thinking because since when I hit start, you weren't here yet, and I was like, oh, I guess I could do something while I'm while I'm waiting, and then I was like, shit, I always end up talking for half an hour before I start playing anyway, so whatever, it's the same old thing, right? But hey to everybody. I hope everyone had a good Thanksgiving, everyone who celebrates Thanksgiving, or at least...
And everyone who doesn't, I hope you had a bad one. Terrible.
I hope everybody had a good dinner last night, if nothing else. Even if it wasn't a special dinner, I hope it was good. And happy Black Friday. Hope you're getting some good deals on stuff. So.
There's always stuff to buy.
There is always stuff to buy. That is accurate. That is a true statement.
So it's funny because
doesn't mean you have to buy it.
No.
There are. I'm not gonna lie. I have put things in my save to later for so long that they have become discontinued. It's like, this is not a thing that you can buy anymore. Like, you missed your chance. And it's like, well, okay.
I think I've done things like that where it's like it's
bad.
in there for long enough that it's like, oh yeah, I wouldn't have a use for that anymore, or something where it's like not necessarily like they don't make it, but it's like, well, I can just get a newer, better version of it now.
Well, yeah, I mean that definitely happens where I put the blah 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 2 into my cart, right, and then
the 3
and I
comes
wait,
out.
and then the 3 comes out, right, but no, I'm talking about things that are just like, we don't make this thing anymore.
Yeah.
Like, why would you want that? And you're like, or sometimes it's like movies or music or something like that. So it is a thing that it's like, well, this is now out of print.
Yeah.
Out
It's
of
still
print.
available on Amazon for 5 times the cost.
There are actually some like audio CDs in my safe for later. Because every once in a while, I still buy CDs sometimes.
See,
It's pretty rare.
I don't
It's-
know when the last time I bought a CD
Gosh,
was.
it's probably like one every 2 years now.
Well, I think the last several CDs that I did buy were like direct from artists at events. Like either at a concert or at like a convention where they were playing
I
or
can
something
see
like that.
yeah.
Where it's like, I'm gonna do this partially as like to support you directly. It's like you're this is a self-published CD that I'm just gonna buy from you.
Yeah, no, I definitely I definitely get that. There's an artist at that shows up at all the ClosetCon events mostly, and if you want to buy his music, he just hands you a USB stick. He's like, thank you for money.
Yeah.
Here's a USB.
It's
like,
I was gonna say it's also probably. It wouldn't surprise me if it's cheaper to just buy a bulk of, at this point, tiny storage USBs versus printing and manufacturing a bunch of CDs.
So I've noticed that over time he's started getting like custom, drives. So they're like, molded and they look cool. Like it's a custom thing. But even that aside, it's like, if I hand you a CD, what are you going to play it on?
Yeah.
Like, I can't even
Put it
play
in
it
your
in
car?
my car anymore.
Oh,
Like,
yours is
no, I have
necklace?
no CD player. I have no CD player in my car. I mean, do I have CD players? Yeah, I do, but like not.
I could plug in my external DVD burner to my PC.
But that's what I'm saying.
I don't even have one. I
That-
don't think I've built a computer with an optical drive, aside from my sleeper build that I built in like 5 years.
Right, and that's exactly my
at
point. Is
least.
that like, it as a distribution method, a compact disc is actually probably inconvenient for more people than it is, convenient for them. Like,
That's
can I
fair.
play a CD? Yes, I can. But I can't just drop it in something and play it. Like, I would have to go through a process.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's silly, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, fun talks about dumb things. Luke, the answer to your question, I thought about Solo in the past. I ended up passing on it. I actually love Solo. I love the music in Solo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not particularly fond of Six Panel, and I'm also not particularly fond of the Solo stage.
The stages are terrible.
The deluxe ones are okay.
I mean, they're
standard one
they
is
work. I don't like the way they feel.
Yeah,
they
I don't
feel,
like the way they feel either.
Terrible.
Yeah,
versus
I
the
just
regular
even when
one.
they work correctly, they feel weird.
Yeah, well, because it's a different.
Well, because the sensors are in the middle of the
you
panel
have two in the
rather than
middle.
at the edges. So you're stepping directly onto something rather than, kind of stepping into, a slightly flexible.
They don't have
thing in
much
the middle.
spring.
Yeah, so they feel really dead.
They end up feeling like if you've ever played on an old machine that has been
Beat to crap?
Yeah, beat to crap, and like all the springiness has gone out of the steps. Like that's just what they kind of feel like from the get-go.
Yeah, and as far as the white cab, I'm with Navy there. I don't prefer the white cab. I prefer the X cabinet, the black one, with the
well, because you have the Japanese X
right,
cabinet too.
with the satellite units, the light spires, and I just think it's a more attractive cabinet. The white cabinets are fine, but I think the white cabinets play great, but I think they're kind of boring. That's just my opinion. So
they look like they were kind of probably priced down a little bit.
I don't know. I think
just
it's
getting rid of the light spires it's like, because those are something that don't they make it, they're flashy, they're a showpiece, but they don't add or change the gameplay at all. So it's like, well,
sure.
If we drop those, we drop however many hundreds off the
to be fair,
budget.
the spires are kind of a pain in the butt because they are actually wider than the stage.
Yeah.
So it makes the overall cabinet footprint even larger than it would be normally. So it's kind of weird in that way. But yeah, I'm just not I don't hate the white cabs. I just don't have any particular, I don't really care about them.
Well, and yeah, it wouldn't be getting you anything different than what you have anyways, as functionality wise.
Yeah, I mean,
because if you still only had your old school DDR, then a white cab came up, you'd be like, oh, well, now I can play newer HD mixes.
I mean,
on it,
technically, I can still play the newer games, just not in HD on the old cabinet. They still work. But yeah, I don't know. It's just a preference thing. So that's all.
Yeah, the bumpers go.
Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about, Luke. Like, they do. I mean, it's those materials age.
Yeah.
And they get stiff or they get brittle.
DDR Extreme machines
are 20
are very old.
4 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the old DDR machines are very old.
They're pretty and if especially if they've been in an environment that is particularly unfriendly, salty air, dry air, humid air, hot and cold on a daily basis, really hot or really cold, all of that stuff is just gonna make it go to hell, pretty much. But all right. Ooh, excuse me. I am hiked up on so many allergy meds today. Like yesterday and today, I've just been like sneezy.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's been the worst. But so if I'm a little loopy, that's That's why. But anyway, let's. So, we are. So, my. Did you like my pun? Because I went with it's not
it's Party Prime.
It's Party Prime.
I was like, which? Oh yeah,
That's right. But it's Party Prime. So we've got Prime loaded up, and we're gonna go through and check out some of the routines or any of the other like goofy stuff that we can get ourselves into that require two or more people. And hopefully we'll have more than 2 people after a bit as well. But if not, then 2 it is. That's still more than 1. Is 2 a party? I don't know. I can't.
I mean, it depends on what you're doing.
I mean, I'm gonna say yes because if I was making reservations at a restaurant,
party of 2.
That's a party of 2. And they're like, how many people? I'm like, 2 people. They're like, okay, reservation for Brian, 7 p.m. Party of 2.
And 2 people is enough that you can split the party and go off on your own and individually get killed by monsters.
There you go. All right. I believe this works the same way, where for routines you start 1.
Okay.
I believe. I do have to go forward.
Slow mode. All tunes.
K-pop. Chain Pulse.
Remix.
Short
Music.
Western.
Autism Extra to press 3.
Level 3. Random.
Oh yeah.
Co-op play.
I went the long way. I went the very long way. It was literally 1 to the left, and it went all the way around the other direction.
And it does tell you how many people.
It does tell you how many people. It does not tell you
Difficulty.
if it's easy.
Yep.
So, yeah, just kind of hope for the best, I guess. So, shall we try number 1?
Sure.
It appears we have 46 options.
right.
That's a lot. Although I think some of
World
those...
music.
Yeah, some of them are ones
New
that have been in previous versions.
Yeah. What do you think? 160, 2.5?
Yeah.
Why am I having so much trouble with this? Trying too hard, I think. Alright. Cross fingers. Here we go.
Hold on to your butts.
Oh, okay. What? Why did it do that? Why are you doing this? That wasn't very nice. This sucks so bad.
That's so winded.
Oh, God.
We probably should have warmed up first.
Wow, new record.
That was a lot to go straight into. Yeah, Regen, if you want to post that list, go ahead.
Next stage.
We'll still die, but you know, whatever. It's okay. That was a hell of a way to start. It was fun.
Yeah.
I did not appreciate the I don't know what they call it in Pump, but like the hidden sudden stuff.
Yeah, sudden or disappearing.
Yeah, the sudden sucks balls. The hidden I can deal with,
Yeah.
but Jesus.
Yeah, because when I first started doing that, it's like, okay, I'm still following, but
Right?
it's annoying. It's like, oh, this is worse. I'm too out of shape to do these high-speed routines.
Yeah, right? That was definitely a lot to just like that's three people. I'm going to pretend / that this is easy. 106 BPM.
Yeah, it might be.
It's a K-pop song. Like,
Probably will be. Hopefully.
maybe it'll give us a good like you know, like yeah. Oops, sorry. Yeah, okay, that was way
That was easier.
that was way more gentle.
Yeah, I
Holy
knew
moly.
you can do it. Wow, new record.
That was better as a like let's get into this kind of warm up.
Yeah.
Loosen up. Get my feet warm.
I still do.
Right.
Game over.
Goodness gracious. Like that first one was totally doable. It was just
I was running out of steam
right.
about
It was
2/3
just-
of the way through.
It was a lot to do. Like first shot out of the box. Like haven't even played yet today. Wow. Oh, this is like a whole tier list chart. That's fun. How cute. Oh, this is for double X though. So this is not necessarily like not all of these are going to be here.
and it's by title card.
Right. I mean, that's okay. I recognize a lot of these. Okay, well, I mean, this is good information, though. I'll keep it up in case we,
And I was coming across them and we're like, I wonder where this lays in this list.
Yeah. All right. Welcome in, Neo, and sorry you gotta go, Luke. But I'm glad you were able to like join us for the beginning, at least. You were able to see us, die slightly, die briefly. I think I have a, not that it's cold, but
See, I don't even have ice in mine, but
yeah, but there you go.
that's why I didn't bother.
If and you want it. Woo! Fun though. It is fun. Still
It
fun.
is.
Oh man, your poor brain's gonna have a heart attack. Man, that was me
brain's
last
not
night.
what I'm worried about, having a heart attack.
My brain was just like turning off. I was like, I gotta go to bed. I'm so sleepy. All right, you need a minute to catch your breath. Or you want to jump right back in? Does it matter?
It won't matter much. I've mostly caught it.
It doesn't matter.
I'm gonna die either way.
I'm already dead. It doesn't matter.
That was a Wednesday night. I went and hung out with a friend. Thursday, Friday. So it's like Wednesday. I'm like, I don't feel like getting home, going to bed early.
All
By like
tunes.
8 o'clock, I was already getting really sleepy.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, have a little bit of caffeine, and then I was up till like 2 a.m. So where on the tier list chart does that one play? Is that like a beginner?
I'm gonna guess that this probably would be to
Oh yeah, K-pop.
yeah, but I could be wrong. I do not.
Yeah, I'm not
I
seeing
don't
it.
see it, but. Anyway.
Play. New tunes.
That was my fault. Let me see if I can find another, like, low to mid tempo one.
Original tunes.
Not so much. That's 3 people. You know that one. Heh.
Well, it's after Thanksgiving. Play it on 2X.
Rolling Christmas. I thought it was going to give us a double spin. That would have been fun. How are these, how is this skin for you, read-wise?
Fine.
Okay, cool. Good.
Well, and this one is a lot more of like a darker. It's darker. It's like more red and blue versus pink and teal.
Yeah.
Wow, new record.
Like I said, that last one, it was. I think it was just specifically because it was like pastel.
Yeah.
They were just a lot lighter shades.
Makes sense.
Next stage. K-pop.
World music. New tunes.
Yeah. Not a lot in the low tempo zone. Here's another K-pop one. See how that goes. I guess. That last one though, Rolling Christmas.
Yeah, that was pretty smooth.
Yeah. That was a nice.
I'm guessing that was one of the beginner level ones.
That was a nice chill chart.
I ran off got off tempo on it.
Game over.
Skate break is not doesn't work on is an offline routine.
It should be, but I think that might have been a 51. I wasn't paying a lot of attention.
I thought we hit the holds.
Well, the thing is, remember though, it's grading us together. So if you were off for a couple of measures, we would be missing all of that, even if I was on.
I don't think we got 51 though.
Yeah, I don't know. Let's we can certainly.
Yeah, it was on second stage.
Okay, well,
So
solved. Easily fixed, allegedly. All right. All right, Luke. Have a good night. Glad you could join us for a little bit, at least. Hopefully, we'll see you on the next one. You know, I tried to do the full mode code facing the other direction. Oh man, I was just like.
yeah, I think I've always done it facing to the left too. For whatever reason.
It broke my
All
brain.
tunes.
I was like, this is hard.
New tunes.
What's wrong with me? All right, let's see if we can try this again. Speed was okay, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say honestly, I preferred it a little bit slower than on a little bit slower than if I was playing a single, just like single or a double by myself.
What? Sorry.
거면 너 미소만 던져줘 네 연락처 난 지금부터 갖고 와 물러서
Oh, that was my fault.
No, that was mine. That's going past.
It definitely at some point gave me this,
Yeah.
and I'm like,
No, I caught myself in the bracket. And like,
Wow, new record.
oh man. Hey, Jason's here. Hello.
Next stage.
Jason's here to see me fall off the pad in agony.
Too old for this shit.
Terribly made couple charts. You just see. I feel like around the time that I was like, I kind of stopped playing actively was around the time that routine modes were just coming out.
Yeah.
Because like I remember playing routines on like Pro and Pro 2.
Yeah.
Because Dave and Buster's had it.
Right.
And I was like, oh cool, this is new stuff. This is fun. And then I stopped playing actively and didn't keep up with it at all.
Yeah, pretty much the same.
And got really out of shape and stamina shot and
I also got pretty out of shape and my stamina shot. I've been streaming this long enough that I'm maybe 75% of back then, but
well, I put on like 90 plus pounds from when I used to play pump.
I've probably put on
And
15 or 20, honestly.
I said I was at like almost 95 plus.
Whew.
So I've gone down a little bit since that, since peak, but
Yeah.
still like almost 90 above where I was before.
That'll
Or I think I'm about 80 pounds over.
that'll sap your stamina too, just having to move that extra weight
and
around.
It's a lot harder to move around other people on the pads when
Yeah.
you've got extra mass.
Right? And can't use the bar.
Nope.
Not really. Not on co-op. I have no idea. This could be easy, this could be miserable. So far, so good. Saying the 5 words, right? What? Oh, it switched. I tried to switch because it switched colors. But it probably wasn't the best idea, yeah, let's just stick with it. Seizures.
When you're running out of stamina and then start switching colors. Hey!
Wait, wow, new record!
Yeah, that end got a little crazy. Where it was just like flickering back and forth.
Gimmick is color change, but can't follow the new one.
Game over.
We figured it out eventually.
Because routine modes don't have enough gimmick to them. They need more gimmick than that.
Correct. Extra gimmicks. Well, shit, we were getting fucking disappear and whatever. On the last one, on that first one.
Pump it up, taking cues from ITG.
Oh, you could do that? We can make our engine do that too.
Yeah. To be fair, at least in the groove, like, they kept all the gimmick stuff to a different game mode. Like, none of the regular charts did all that stuff in them by default.
Oh.
It was, I forget what it was called. They had a specific game mode that was like, it threw random mods and stuff at you. Creative enough that he convinced Andamira had nothing to do with making it. Progressive courses. No. Well, they had progressive. Were they in the progressive?
I wouldn't know.
I can't. It's been so long since I've actually played In the Groove. I know, like, In the Groove 2 had progressive mode, and it was like challenge courses or something. There was specifically ones where it'd give you like 2 or 3 in a row, but they were. It might have been just a subset of progressive. Like, I think they had like regular ones where it's like, hey, we're just gonna do 3 songs back to back, and it's just like stamina challenge. And then they had ones where it was like, here's 3 songs, but there's like preset mods that come in and they'll spin all over and change the ducts and all sorts of stuff. So
I have very little experience with ITG, and all of it is over a decade old now.
yeah, mine's all over a decade. And when I played, I would usually either play doubles, which no one else would do, or I would go and I'd play the mod charts. Because it was like, well, I don't want to do the really hard stamina stuff. I don't find that all that fun. So here's something where it's like, hey, here's like some 8s and 9s, but we've got a bunch of crazy mods at them.
Hey, Almighty Toaster, how is the future? and here you go.
It's party time!
Alright.
Yep, that's how I feel too. Ugh. My head is like my brain is like can't process, and my
legs, lungs.
Right. That's not helping my head. It's lack of oxygen.
All tunes. New tunes.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah,
But, you know, what's the worst thing that can happen?
someone mentioned heart attacks.
Oh, well, yeah, that would be bad. Don't do that.
Alright, I'll try. sorry. I'm completely off.
And it's like, and because this is a new song, here's a little coda at the end for you.
No way!
Oh,
No, I kind of gave up halfway through.
Wow, new record!
My legs aren't wanting to move fast enough.
felt.
But hey, we got a new record with that app.
Hey,
State!
a brand new failure. A brand new failure for the record books. Three people, two people.
That sounds fast.
It's only 1:45. It does sound fast though. Oh, I do remember this song. That it has that little. If you hear it in the preview, there's that little shutter sound. And it,
Gimmick.
yeah, it was like. I don't know if it's gonna do that in the co-op, but guess we'll find out. It does something.
Yeah. Whoop, oh, my bad.
Yeah, dubstep.
Wouldn't this be more than the right time for that? Oh, that was a hole.
Oh, son of a bitch. That try wasn't terrible though.
I
Otherwise.
knew you can do it!
Wow,
New record!
That chart is not fun.
the previous one. It was
Yeah.
fun, but it was. It's just a lot. A lot to do.
Oh, my legs.
It's a lot for these old bones. Actually, I've noticed my biggest issue in the last few streams has been my ankles. Like, especially as you're going back and forth on the doubles, it's like when you hit and it's like, just having to keep my ankle from, going out.
Yeah, my ankles and
I've
shins
noticed
right now are screaming at me.
Yeah, I've noticed that is probably my biggest thing. Before I took, on Wednesday, 2 days ago, was my first stream in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Before the break, I was having a lot of like stamina and just like leg fatigue issues. I get to the end of a stream and 2 days later, it's like I just couldn't, like, I could not get my legs were just so sore and tired that I was like, I'm not going to be able to do this. And so like that's why I ended up because like for a whole week I was like, I don't really feel like playing. It's just it hurts too much. And then I had Colossal North, and so like that was the second week, and then I finally came back. Now I'm not having that problem. It's just my ankles feel like they're a little bit weak.
Like that, my shins and my legs are already screaming at me.
Yeah.
I don't do this
Yeah.
hardly ever anymore.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of
A lot of quick bouncy movements off the ball of your feet.
Yep. It's no surprise. You should play more.
Yeah, I know. I need to get more active in general.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same for me too. If I wasn't doing the streams, I probably wouldn't be playing either. So I totally get it. Between just like the like general fatigue and knowing that it's gonna be hard. It's gonna get harder before it gets easier, right?
Yeah.
That it's hard to get motivated. But
So much easier to sit on the couch and play Tetris.
it's true. I mean, you're talking to the person that was sitting on the couch one day and was like, maybe I'll play Destiny, and then I was like, oh wait, that's on a disc. That means I have to get up and put it in the console. Nah, I'll play something else. Man, digital download games, love them and hate them.
Yep.
I love them because they're easy, and I appreciate that like they extend the sales to the digital downloads now, because it used to be for like
Oh yeah.
that a lot of times buying the disc, it was like cheaper by a lot to go to a store and buy a disc than it was to ever buy it off the
Switch is like that still. Like they
Is it?
Yeah, well, because like a lot of times you can get games in store or online,
that
physical
sucks.
copies for like, because they're $60 a pop.
Right,
and
right.
like you can a lot of times find them for like $55 online, or sometimes even less on sale.
Yeah.
And they run sales on the eShop, but they don't coincide because it's like, oh well, Best Buy has this game on sale for $10 off. But Nintendo directly is not. Like they control the sales on the eShop. So that's like why I have a physical cartridge for Tetris 99.
Really?
Even though it comes, so the base game comes free with the Nintendo Online subscription, but you can pay. There's a $10 DLC that unlocks like a bunch of single player modes, and I forget if Team Battles is behind the paywall or not. I don't think it is. I think it's just like it's mostly just the DLC stuff, but it's $10 for the game to download it.
Yeah.
But they had, I don't know if they still have it, but 1 year subscription to the online service is $20.
Yeah.
And they had, if you bought the physical copy of the DLC, it was $20 and included a year of online service.
Nice.
And my year was coming to an end, and I was like, oh. And I think I actually got it for like $18 on sale or something like that. So it was cheaper than just getting a year of service, to get a year of service and a physical cartridge DLC on it. So
Yeah. I just remember, like toward the end of the 360 era, and you know, at least the front half of like the Xbox One era.
Yeah.
You know, it was like you almost always paid full price, you know, for the download.
Yeah.
And if they did have sales, they were almost never as good as the physical copy sales. And now I feel like they don't always happen at the same time, but you can almost always get a deal on a download that is comparable to.
Well, the other thing is that
To
now,
buy.
like, it's not uncommon for the physical, quote-unquote, physical copies of a lot of games in the store to just be a download code.
Right.
So you can get it in store on sale, and then they just get a download code and download it digitally.
On a lot of those, though, don't you end up crippling yourself, though? Because then you still have to have the disc and the drive, because it acts as a
No,
key disc.
some of the big name games and stuff, it's physically just a download code on a piece of paper inside of a case.
Oh, there's not even a disc
No,
in there.
no, it's
Oh.
like there are some of them that some like AAA games that have come out, they literally just don't provide physical
Oh.
copies of. It's like you can buy it in the store, but it's literally just the download code. So it's like at that point,
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, no, I can
You
go
have a
for
case
that.
to put on your shelf, but you still have the digital copy. It's like, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah. That's about the only time I buy physical now is if they're doing some, like, you know, special edition thing where it includes some
Yeah.
dumbass thing that I don't actually need, but I want it anyway.
What is it? There's a company. I forget the name of it. Their entire business, what they do is they make limited edition physical copies of otherwise DLC, like online or DLC only Switch titles and stuff, and like I think they have some for other ones too. But they'll do, you know, there's a lot of stuff on like the eShop on the Switch that is only on the eShop, because if you're a small publisher,
Right.
why bother making physical copies? And some of the ones like I think like Hyperlight Drifter, for example, was like it's cross-platform, but it's like it's a downloadable only. You know, it's an indie game.
Switch is still like a little cartridge job, isn't it?
It is. And that's like in general, it's usually the indie games, like the indie developers. They'll put out, you know, they don't do physical releases, and so this company will come through and they'll do like a limited, a short run, and it will be like special editions. Whereas you get the game, you get a physical copy of it, you get like some art book pieces and a bunch of stuff like that with it, and you know you're spending like, you know, it's like a game that released digitally on release for like $15-20,
Right.
and like the physical copy is going to cost you $40. But it's a collectible at that point.
Right.
So.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Sometimes I like to have an object.
Well, and like theirs are all. You get extra stuff with them by design.
Right.
Like their whole model is you're getting a special.
Well, that's what I mean. Is like,
Yeah.
you know, sometimes I like to have either the toy that came with it, or you know, the box is really cool or something.
Yeah,
like
the
that.
little art booklet or something.
Right.
Like that.
Yeah, they're nice, but it's pretty rare. I think for I think for the Xbox One, I think I have maybe 4 physical games that I bought physically. For the PS4, I think I have 1. And for the new, like the Xbox Series, I have 0. I've got none. I have not bought one yet. But I've also been on Game Pass this whole time too.
Oh, yeah.
So like that's kind of changed my whole
Yeah, Game Pass is
thought.
a
process.
great deal if you use it.
Yeah. But
I think, Pichu, I think the eShop gives you gold points on your account now. So like, I think originally they might not have. I think they added it in. You earn points for it now.
I don't even know. So if you recall, I bought the Switch, right? And then it sat on my shelf for, was it 3 months or 4 months? And then I played it twice. And I redeemed it came with like, you know, a 3-day or a 7-day trial of
Online.
whatever the online service is called. And then when that ran out, that was the last time I played it.
Yeah.
I think I still have like because mine came in a bundle with like a eShop gift card or something like that for, I don't know, $25 or something. And I might have a longer online membership card or something, but I just have not played it.
I think if they even do a monthly, it's $20 for a year of online. Like their pricing is not bad.
It's not bad.
Granted, they also don't give you like the voice chat or as good of like community features as like PlayStation or Xbox do.
Man, for the last like 6 months, I've been forgetting to claim my free games on on Xbox. Oh well. I mean, to be fair, like of all of the free games that I've claimed, which is literally, like probably, honestly, as long as they've been doing that promotion, probably a couple hundred games, right? I think I only really play like 1 out of every 20, maybe.
Yeah, well, and that's like, I mean, for a while, I was like, the Epic Game Store on PC, like, every month they'd have like some like, pretty high profile game for free. Like that was their whole growth strategy, was they just gave away, I think, like $1 billion worth of games in the first year or something crazy like that. Because it's Epic, who, was just shitting money from Fortnite, and so they were like that's what it was. Like they were already doing fine. They were making money with the Unreal Engine, and then Fortnite came along and made them like the most profitable game company in the world overnight.
Yeah.
And they were like, what do we do with all this? Let's make our own launcher. How do we get people on there? Let's give away AAA titles for free every month. And it's just, you just have an account, you go on and claim it, and then it's in your library for life.
Yeah.
So I was doing that for a while, and then I just I haven't kept up because I don't use their launcher. It's like,
right. I used to claim like the Humble Bundle stuff and and do like the Steam sales, but the truth is like I do so little gaming on my PC that it's just not even worth it.
I
for
do
me.
a decent amount on my PC, but I still, like, everyone who has a Steam account has like half their library that they never touched.
Yeah, goddamn, that's so true.
I have been buying like the
half for me. It seems more like 75%.
Walkabout Mini Golf, the VR mini golf game.
Oh yeah.
Like I've got that, and then like I've been.
Have you got a new headset, or you still have the one?
Oh yeah, I got the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
I got a HP Reverb G2.
Huh?
So it's like their 3rd generation, I think.
I don't know.
So,
I have not been keeping up with all that stuff.
It still runs through the Windows mixed reality portal.
Yeah.
Which means that I turn it on and that comes up, and then I go and click on Steam VR and it jumps over to that. But it's still like inside out tracking, but it's my first headset only had like 2 cameras, and so this one they've got like 4. They have the 2, and then they have 2 that are more like down and side, so you have a lot better tracking side to side. And one of the they increased the resolution. It's now like around 2000 by 2000 per eye.
More pixels, more cameras, more speakers.
But it's high enough resolution that it eliminates the screen door effect.
Oh,
and
beautiful! That's the best news I've heard all day.
That, and then the controllers, the original like Windows mixed reality controllers. If you remember, they were kind of square and weird feeling in the hand.
God, I don't remember them.
They weren't great. They worked, but they weren't very ergonomic. So they redesigned them. They actually
like a Wiimote.
Somewhat, yeah. Like they were kind of like rounded squares. The new ones, they also changed the button layout a little bit, so it's the same button and control layout as the Oculus or the Meta Quests. Because that's like that layout for the buttons has kind of become the standard. Like they use it. I think I forget if HTC and the Valve have. It's like A, B joystick.
They've completely dropped the Oculus branding, haven't they?
Yeah, it's just the MetaQuest now. The MetaQuest 2.
Stop trying to make it
MetaQuest
happen.
Pro.
Stop trying to make Meta happen.
but you don't want to go and stand around and talk to people in a shittier version of Second Life where everything's a microtransaction.
And nobody has legs.
Not yet, but maybe in the future sometime if they can figure it out. Or I guess more accurately, it's a shittier version of VR chat where everything's a microtransaction. Yeah. Yep.
Hey,
that's,
Tango!
I was gonna say that's most of what I play on my the most common thing I play is mini golf on it.
Nice.
Because I do most weeks. I have a Sunday get together with some friends up here in Noblesville, who we just all play from our living rooms.
Hey, Tango! Welcome in. I love cats. I don't know why you would get directed here. Well, other than the fact that I do love cats, and they do appear on my other streams, but not usually my music game streams. I have 3 cats. Belinda and I have 3 cats. Well, most of our cats have been rescue cats from the shelter. Our last 4 cats have all been shelter cats. Yeah. Although our oldest cat was from a litter that a friend's cat had.
How old is she now? I was trying to...
14, I think. Gimmick, I think it's 14.
Okay. So I was trying to think. I was trying to think.
I think I got her in 2008.
Okay. Because I was talking to someone. I think I was talking to Chloe recently, and I was like, "How old is has he had her since I've known him?"
No, not quite, but close.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I was like, no, because he had was it Widget and Gizmo originally?
Widget and Gadget. Gadget did not
because I was trying to think. I don't think he had Gimmick with the original batch when I first met him.
So yeah, I had Widget originally, and he was a stray that a neighbor took in, but she already had cats, so she was looking for somebody to take him. So I did, and then Gadget showed up at my back door, and was just hanging out. And
you want to come in?
Pretended to ignore her for a week, but she just kept hanging out there, and Widget would hiss and growl at her at the door. But then after like a week of her just like hanging around, I was like, okay, cool. So I like let her in, and she was our cat. Unfortunately, she didn't live that long. She only lived like a couple of years because her kidneys went. So that was a bummer. And then we got Gimmick, who came from a litter from one of Adrian Melody's cats. I don't know if it was their like cat or if it was like a barn cat or like a feral or something like that. But that's where she came from. And then Rupert came with Belinda, but he was a neighborhood stray that she picked up before we got together. And then Scotty and Woodrow came from a shelter up north, Blackford County, I think. And then Flash and Creedmoor came from a shelter in Anderson.
Okay.
So, but yeah, you have a cat that's 29 years old. Is that what you're telling me? That's crazy. I've had some friends that had cats that were like 18, 19.
Yeah.
I think I might have even known someone that got to 20, but man, pushing 30, that's wild. That's great though. That's cool. So you're in the UK though? Definitely best of luck with rehoming cats. It probably won't be me though. You had one at 36? Those cats, like the ones that get to be really old, are they like bigger cats, smaller cats? I don't know. Most of my cats have been, in the 12 to 15.
Yeah, kind of medium sized.
Well,
Well,
Yeah, I mean that's true too. They tend to be kind of medium-sized cats, but they've been living 12 to
kind of
15 years or so.
generally like standard lifespan for most cats.
Yeah.
12 a little on the lower end.
Yeah.
I'd say around like
yeah.
15 to like mid to late teens is like common.
Yeah.
So right now I've got Riku is I think about 11, and Severus is like 6.5 or so. So, but they're both still like Riku's still. He's a little chubby, but he's still plenty agile and runs around and gets chased around the house.
And you said how old is
He's like
Severus?
11. Severus is like 6.5.
Okay, and then
Riku's around 11-ish.
yeah.
Don't have an exact age on him,
Yeah.
but or no, 10 to 11, somewhere in there. I think it was 2013. They estimated him at around a year or so old, so he would be right around 10, but don't know the exact. Severus knew a little better because he got in front of the kitten, so we at least know the general vicinity of his birth date.
Those aren't metric years, are they? I'm just kidding with you.
British years.
British years.
Unfortunately, the exchange rate has fallen. The British year isn't worth as much versus the US year as it used to be.
British years adjusted for inflation.
Yes.
I know buzzwords. I know buzzwords that don't mean anything together.
How evergreen of you.
Oh boy. Well, should we try another?
Sure.
Okay.
Slow mode. All tunes.
I started the game and then I'm like staring at it. I'm like, what do I do now? I'm like, oh yeah, I want to pick go on. I just did that one.
Yeah. Yacht song. So.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna be difficult. Their hair falls out at that age. I feel that.
Yeah.
Like I'm 47. I'm starting to get a little thin on top, so I imagine
a little bit of receding.
I imagine that's a thing that happens to older animals of all types.
Say mine has been kind of receding.
Oh yeah,
on
mine
the sides
definitely
there.
has been doing that for a while. But up on top, like you can definitely see my scalp a lot easier than you used to be able to.
I mean, I'm sure mine have thinned out a little bit, but my hair was always crazy, stupid, thick from the get-go. So
thick and curly, which
Yes.
kind of like makes
Yeah.
it look even thicker.
I still have a ton of it.
Yeah. Of course, you're also like a decade younger than me.
Yeah.
too.
It's fair. Boss without power.
But it's for people. We tried this. We did this. Let's see what this looks like. What's the worst thing that could happen?
Moment Name X. I think is that one of the easier ones?
Let's hope. So far, it feels like it might be.
You have like half as many steps as I did.
Don't. It sounded that way. Maybe it'll trade off here. Maybe not.
Pretty good wrong way.
Well, this doesn't seem very fair. Sorry, Tim.
Yeah, it just. No, but it's two different difficulties.
Hey, Lady B!
Yeah, that was
Wow, new record!
Unbalanced. Because I know there are charts where, like, one person goes twice as fast, but usually, like,
It usually flips too.
and then the other person does it, and you get
Right.
a break.
That was unkind. Now we could just continue and see what happens. I can also, if that ends up happening again, I guess I can swap with you. But who knows? This chart is not nearly as fast as the song.
No. At least not so far.
I knew you can
Low
do it!
progression and speed.
Yeah, that
Wow,
wasn't too
new record!
Is
Game over.
okay, main camera's still up. So maybe this whole
Yeah?
this whole overhead thing is helping. I definitely shocked you in that last routine. I think like my hand brushed your hand, and I was like, pew! I was like, oh, there we go.
Yeah. tomorrow will be a lazy day of not doing things like this.
I gotta. I started Persona 5
Okay.
on stream.
So you got plenty of time to jump into that.
So I have it's on Game Pass, but I have a feeling I'm not gonna make it before it's off Game Pass.
That's how they get you.
They're gonna force that sale on me. So
Well, it's not a bad model. It's, you know, we give you a demo basically. If you like it, you end up buying it. If not, eh.
I mean, to their credit, they do at least like when a game is going off Game Pass, automatic 20% off if you want to buy it.
All right, yeah, that's not bad.
So
I've been
plus
playing,
I've been hoarding. I've been collecting my my Bing Rewards points, and I've been hoarding whenever I. So the best deal now, because I used to just hoard the points, right? And then every once in a while they would have a sale where they would have like a percentage off, like a gift card, like a Microsoft gift card or whatever.
dump points onto that.
Right. So I would just hoard a bunch of points, and then I'd redeem for like $50 or $100 worth of gift cards. They quit doing that. It's always like the gift cards are always full price, but you can do an auto redeem every month now. So if you make a certain number of points, you can auto redeem for like $10 a month, and it's I think a 15% discount or something.
Well, that's not very bad then.
So the exchange rate is a little bit better. And then I just like hoard those $10 gift cards, and then eventually I'll be like, let's buy a game.
Yep. No, I've been playing through Cyberpunk again. Like I bought it on release and put like about 50 hours on it.
What platform did you buy for?
PC.
For PC.
The only one that actually worked on release.
Right.
And it still had.
So you had a decent experience.
Yes. Yeah. Honestly, it wasn't terrible. Like I had a pretty high-end computer when it came out, so. The big issue was like PS4 and the Xbox One. It's never run properly on that.
Yeah, that's asking a lot. Although, to be fair, as long as that game was in development, it shouldn't have been asking a lot.
No.
Have a good night, Tango. Thanks for popping in.
Good night.
Give the cats a little pet for me.
It's one of those that I think if they had just... Because it took them, like, they didn't get the next-gen console release out for, like 9 months after release or something like that. Mm-hmm. It was a while. Like, I think they, like, PR-wise, if they had just said, look, this is the next-gen game, and it's going to be on the next-gen consoles, and waited till the following fall to just release it, and finish polishing it a little bit, like, it would have been, but at the same time, they'd already pushed it back, like, 3 years at that point.
Right. They really kind of painted themselves into a corner.
Oh, yeah.
I think what it came down to is probably the game they wanted to make was a PC game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And
but they had like 5 years prior said we promise it's going to be on the PS4 and the Xbox One, even if the new consoles are out by the time it's released.
Yeah.
And so they forced it on there, but it's had a bunch of updates and stuff since. So it's like, okay, I'll go back and play it now, throw some mods onto it, and go back through and spend some more time on like side missions and stuff like that. So
yeah,
that, and then like I was saying, the walkabout mini golf, like I bought like it's $20 for the main game, and then I've bought every DLC that's come out because like every couple months they put out a new course.
Yeah,
but their courses it's $3. Each DLC course is $3, and you get a daytime and a nighttime variant, like the easy and the hard mode.
Cute. So
it's very fair pricing, I would say. But at that point, also, it's like, well, I spent like over $40 on this game at this point, but
it's fair. I'm all of like 2 hours into Persona 5, so I got a ways to go.
Basically still in the prologue.
Yeah. No, I've at least gotten to the school.
I've never actually played any of the Persona games. Like,
I haven't either. Like, this is my first time, but
anyway, a lot of good things, just never got around to them.
Have a nice nap, Brave Racer. You're very sorry for delaying my playthrough. It's all right. Like I do not mind at all. Yeah, that's the funny thing because I was gonna say my stream was probably almost 3 hours, but I want to say I'm only like 2 hours in because I definitely spent a good 40 minutes talking to Yalatre. Like I was in the middle of a conversation in the game and I just left the prompt up, and we were like chit-chatting, and then I looked at it and I'm like, oh, I guess I should probably like, I don't know,
Do something?
answer this question. I didn't even pause the game. It just like was sitting there on a prompt for that whole time. It was funny. But so far so good. But all right. Well, yeah, that's crazy to me because Tiarmazi was telling me that he played it on PS3, and I'm like, is it that old? Because it was on PS4 when I first heard about it, and of course then Royal came out like just a couple years ago.
At the right at the tail end of the PS3's lifespan. It's kind of like GTA 5, where it's just been on like 3 generations of consoles because it was like
they just keep milking it as long as they can.
One, it keeps making money,
right?
And two, or Skyrim, like
God,
Skyrim that came out on PS3 and 360 early in the lifespan, and they're still putting out new versions every time a console comes out, and still selling it. But hey, the next one in the series has been officially announced for like sometime within the next 5 years or something.
The new next
Elder Scrolls would be 6.
Oh, I've never played any of those games.
Officially, like I think like either earlier this year or something, or it might have been like toward the end of last year, they officially announced it. As in like, we are officially saying that yes, we are developing this. I forget if it was like 2026 potential release or something. It's a ways out still. It was literally we're confirming that we are in development. And then everyone was like, we would hope so. It's been a decade.
And Amiro announced that they're going to announce.
Yeah. They're going to announce a new version.
Right? They're like, in 2023, we'll announce the new version. I'm like, cool. This is great. I've been...
They're probably still working on getting licensing and all that worked out, so they want to get everything finalized.
I, at Colossal North, I was playing in their game room. They had Prime 2 running on a first gen GX actually.
Okay.
But they had converted the stage to the new bracketless stage, and I was like,
it's
so good.
I think it's about $600 for everything.
Yeah.
And the bulk of it are the panels, because the panels are $50 a pop.
Yeah.
And so that's like, or something, it was $40 a pop or something like that. So it's like $400 in panels, and then like a couple $100 for like all the rest of the hardware and the shit.
Yeah. I've been thinking I've been saying I wasn't going to upgrade this stage, but I'm
they're really nice, and like
I'm thinking about it.
It's not cheap, but it's not overly expensive either. Like that's the thing, because like it's like because it's basically a drop-in replacement. Like you're buying the new panels and then just the new frames that go inside, and like the bolts, and like you use the same sensors and stuff. So it's like
I had been. That's the thing for me is I've only been playing on them on the new stages, like with LX cabinets.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if I've actually played on a machine that's been on a stage that's been converted until now. And I'm like, oh, this is still really nice.
Yeah.
And if I can do it minimally invasively,
like I said,
I'll consider it.
It's not too bad, because I've pulled out the frames on mine. I've done like that, the center panel on mine, and like basically you take the corner brackets off and pull that out, and then there's like I think 4 screws in the corner that hold the frame It's like a metal frame in there that comes out, and that lifts out. Clean it up around there, and then I think it's a plastic frame on the new ones, and it just drops in and screws it back into those same spots, and then put sensors in, and let's reassemble everything, and you're good to go.
I was thinking about that, and then I'm also, I was talking to Brandon a little bit more actually last night about potentially like finagling this monitor to display 720.
Make it run XX.
Yeah, but I wonder if I can I wonder if I can finagle a deal out of Andamiro and be like, hey, you've already announced the new version. If I buy XX, like, it has a very limited lifespan left, right?
Yeah.
Would you be willing to?
If they have copies sitting in their warehouse, they might be willing to cut you a deal.
Oh, it's not even necessarily. I'm not even necessarily saying that I want them to, like, cut me a deal on that. But it's like, because the new one should be imminent. It's like, you know, would you let me buy the new one at a discounted rate?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
You know.
because you'd be buying two versions within a short period.
Right, because it's like, I'm literally going to give you a bunch of money now, and 6 months from now, I'm probably going to give you a bunch of money again.
Yeah.
You know, can you be kind? Otherwise, I'll just
that's the
wait.
other thing. I don't know how much the upgrade kit, like the upgrade, would cost if you go through Andamiro. When I had looked at pricing it, it was on, I forget what, like there's a website you can buy the parts from, and they ship from Korea, which was part of the cost.
Yeah.
And I was pricing it out from that, and it was like, it came out to about $600.
Yeah.
So if you just contact Andamiro USA, if they have all of the upgrade kit sitting on hand, it might be cheaper to get a pad upgrade for them too. So I don't know how much they charge.
Yeah, I don't know. I've just been thinking of. I've been second guessing my original stance.
Your stance of Prime 2 is it?
But I mean, the whole thing for me is just going to be like, whatever I do, does it look clean? Is it reversible? And then how much does it cost?
Yeah.
You know,
Because aside from getting it to run on that monitor, your only other option would be to put an LCD panel
right.
somehow. And probably the least invasive is like what Trent said, where you just hooked up like a strap system and
which is
hung something.
which is like my least preferred option.
Yeah.
I mean, at least yes, it is reversible, but like if I was going to go that route, if I was gonna go replacing this monitor, I would go ahead and try and get a panel that, you know, would fit this area and that would run 4x3 within this bezel, and then, you know, get a second bezel that bumps it out.
You might be able to fit a 32-inch.
Yeah.
But I forget. I think I looked at it. I think like if you take a 32-inch, I think it's like right at the line. But if you get a panel and like remove the bezel and all the plastic around it, I think it will fit within the confines, side to side. And then it's a matter of getting new front glass for it. So.
Yeah, Pichu. This is the stereo audio. And wait, the stereo audio on Brian's end, OK stream, is throwing me off for some reason. The OK is throwing me off for some. Oh, on. Got it. Yeah.
Oh.
It's one of those. This mic does it, so I figure let's do it. So it's like, hello, I'm over here.
Well, and since we're
I'm
literally
over here.
since we've been standing on either side of the mic, it's actually
right. I imagine, Pichu, are you listening on headphones? I imagine that is probably pretty weird if you are. But
Brian Ho ASMR.
hello. How are you all doing today?
It's party time! Like if you've seen any of the Game Grumps, their live show, their live show they do, the Grumps,
Yeah.
10-minute Power Hour. Have you seen any of those episodes? It's the two of them behind a desk doing things, and they have one or two episodes where they do ASMR stuff. But they have like they actually have like the ASMR mic with like the molded ears on either side, like the actual one specifically made for it.
Yeah, yeah.
But then they have like one of them or like one of their crew members like sitting on a couch with the headphones on, and they're doing ASMR for them. So it's oh, we're crunching this up. We're crunching. Boom, 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 boom. Someone's at the door. Who is it? Boom, boom, boom. Like,
I assume somewhere there's a video of one of those microphones and somebody like cleaning it with a Q-tip.
oh, I'm sure.
Cleaning the ear with a Q-tip. But yeah, I feel like listening to me and Tim talk across the microphone, right, is basically like if you were just standing right here,
Yeah.
listening to us talk, and us not including you in the conversation.
The other thing that would make it feel a little weird if you're watching the stream is because of the way that the video is laid out. If you're watching, we're both on the left side of the screen.
That's true.
But then
That's
the audio
true.
is bouncing back and forth.
That's true. Yeah, it is. You have to imagine that the image on the left was full screen, and then it would make a little bit more sense. I am going to grab some water.
some water.
I'm gonna grab a little sombrero.
I'm gonna pull something up here. I wasn't sure if you'd seen it.
I guess while we're stopped here too, I'll check to see.
I don't know if you saw this. Someone just they just posted it a couple days ago on Reddit. Pico FX, Pump It Up handboard. They it's open source. They put all the files up and everything for it. Runs off a little Pi Pico and uses like Cherry MX keycaps. But like they give you all the information so you can go and like order the PCB boards until it gives you a bill of materials and everything.
That's cute.
Then you just get and it has RGB LED lighting on it. I don't know if it's actually RGB, but it's LED lighting.
That's adorable.
So I was thinking about looking into what it would cost to get the part. It's not a whole lot. Like the Pi Picos, like Raspberry Pis are impossible to come by in way over price.
Excessively
The
expensive.
Picos are super easy because they're basically like an Arduino type.
Are they still like normal priced?
Yes, they're $4 a board.
Okay.
They're basically an Arduino type board. So like, because like he had a link to, on the GitHub. There's like a link to them and like to DigiKey, and it's like 32,000 in stock.
That's
like
like
$450
the
a piece.
the normal pre-pandemic price.
Yeah,
They didn't-
and it's because it's not as universally useful for things because
Sure. It's
like
much more
it's-
limited.
Yeah, it's basically an Arduino just made by the Pi people,
Right.
Or like that level of functionality.
I just know that the regular Pi has, went from like $30-$40 up to
Oh,
like
yeah.
$240.
Well, and like
or
already
whatever.
like the top end models, like the 8 gig RAM models, were already like $70 or $80.
Yeah.
And what's happened is like the low end models that were like the 3040s, those went out of stock fastest.
Right.
And then everything is up. But
I've never needed anything stronger than that
yeah,
for any projects yet.
Yeah,
Not that I've done a whole lot with them.
They're $4 on DigiKey and 30,910 in stock. You can get them on a tape and reel. They come.
Wow.
Yeah, they come on a reel tape and reel of 480 for $1,920. But they are 0.00002 cents more expensive per board if you buy it on tape and reel.
How much is a reel? 1,000?
480. So it's about $2,000. But like they're $4 apart. That's why I was looking. It's like, oh, it's like the controller is $4 a pop. It's a little, just a Cortex M0 plus 32-bit processor. I said that, yeah, they're that little guy.
Yeah, I've seen them before.
So,
I just
but yeah, they're tiny.
I hadn't looked at them.
That's the finished.
Recently. Oh, so it's like using little keyboard keys.
Yeah, it's using.
Oh, that's cute.
It's made to use any Cherry MX compatible key. We'll slot in and then keycap for it.
Nice.
So that's one thing. Like I think he doesn't list in the bill of materials. Like he doesn't link to it. It's like just get any MX compatible keycaps and keys switches, and they'll work. So that way you can source your own.
That's cute.
But he put up like the links for the
clicky pump it up.
Yeah. You can get clicky switches. You can go linear. You can go fancy and get like the new like optical ones if you wanted to.
Okay.
They have optical ones now where it's actually a laser that when you push down it just breaks line of sight. So the idea is being because you're not having it's non-mechanical.
Okay.
So it will never wear down.
Yeah, but the
springs and stuff.
The spring
could,
return
but
still will.
You could potentially like replace the springs supposedly.
I guess
They advertise them as being like even faster and better than the regulars. In practice, it doesn't make any real difference.
that feels like a solution in search of a problem, but
I forget if I think my mouse. I forget if my mouse has optical click on the click button or not. It might, and that I will say, like I have had
the buttons on my scope.
Yes, I'm on my third Razer mouse. I've been using my last one lasted me like 8 years or so. But both of them, when they finally went, what went was it started double clicking. The button went out and
Same.
Click, and then when you lift it, click again.
Yeah.
So that was one of the things. Like I know Razer when they introduced their opticals on their mice. That was like a big thing they were touting. It was like, the switch won't wear out. Like it's good for, millions more clicks than ever before. So,
yeah.
But yeah, I think like the PCBs like there's usually like a minimum 5 on an order, but they shouldn't be too expensive because they're not too big and they're not too complicated.
To answer Rhythm Bros' question though, what's my favorite Pump It Up? I don't know if I have a favorite Pump It Up, like game specifically. But I was talking to Tim right before the stream. I've decided that the Prime intro is my favorite. Like for the last 3 streams that I've had this up, like when it comes up, I'm like, oh man, it's so hype. Yeah. And then I went back and like watched a few of the older ones, and then I watched the newer ones too, just to kind of refresh my memory. And I'm like, nope, this one's my favorite. I mean, not that some of the older ones and some of the newer ones aren't good, but for some reason this one just it just hits all the right notes for me. It's like, yeah, pretty cool. But,
and I like the Prime logo too.
Yeah, like the double X. Remind me after the stream though. The double X title screen. Holy cow! It is just like.
I don't remember what it looks like.
It is. They just because they do the same thing that like they're doing the same thing that they are here, where it's like they're making the logo come up and then they like destroy it and they bring it back and all that kind of stuff, right? Except that they're doing it with like fucking animation and layers and there's like lightning bolts everywhere and it's just like I'm like it's just visually a lot. I'm like, holy shit, guys. Like I'm watching this and I feel like I have to sit down. All right. We've been chit-chatting a while. We can try and play another one.
Duel mode. All tunes.
But yeah, as far as like my favorite pump,
New tunes.
I don't know. There's a lot to like in a lot of different pumps.
Yeah.
I think probably Exceed 2 is the most nostalgic for me though.
Same, and that's just because that's the one I learned and like played like crazy.
Where'd we leave off?
Oh god, we didn't do Red Swan.
Yeah, I was scared of it.
But we
Did we do this?
I
don't think we did.
We did
We
done
did
that. We did
this
and that. Yeah.
this.
We haven't done this. We haven't played the 4 seasons of some
The 4 seasons of loneliness. Aren't there just 4 seasons? I'm lonely.
Forever lonely.
I'm lonely all year.
It's alright, you got anime girl background videos to keep you company.
Yay!
Oh, it's version B.
Version A was not lonely enough.
There's only 3 seasons of this.
Oh, sorry. Lost my balance.
Now I'm running out of steam and not keeping up.
Why is it still going?
Oh, God.
Boom, into the boards.
I feel like
Wow, new
we
record!
played several that were around that BPM, but the charts weren't as fast.
That one, well, that was
That one-
deceptive too, because it was just like kind of like, whatever, and then it was like, oh,
Yeah, that one, the chart was as
New
fast.
tunes.
yeah. It definitely got harder as we went, considerably.
Yeah.
Because it felt like it started out like a 7-8, but ended up at like a 12-ish. Oh. My eye is watering because I forgot to blink.
Too many arrows, forget to blink.
Yeah, right? That happens to me a lot in these games, actually. Because, like, a lot of them, like, they go fast enough that if you blink,
Yeah.
you've missed something, right? So it's like you end up trying to stare at it, and you're like, I can't.
Well, especially like with routine where you're having to read plus keep track of where you need to be.
Right?
So it's like, you need to dedicate extra brain power, turn off blink.
All
Control,
right.
shift, escape, and task.
In task blink. In task blink. Start task cry. pseudo cry. Fine, I'll take yours.
300 combo.
Oh man. Ugh.
Yeah, I completely lost that last round.
Oh, God.
Wow, new record.
Double D. D's nuts.
These hurt.
Wow. Well, there were a couple moments in there that I think would have been embarrassing had I been doing that with a stranger. Sorry.
Blitz in the middle
Sorry.
there.
Sorry. It was good. The end got kind of hard though.
Yeah, like I just completely lost that last run.
Right.
There.
The first half of it, the first 3/4 of it, really though, were like, okay, this is
Yeah.
still. The beginning, I don't know about you, but I realized after the intro, I was like, oh, I'm rushing, like I'm going too fast.
Yeah, I was. It wasn't until after that intro run that I caught the rhythm.
Yeah, same. I was just like, oh wait, I'm doing this way too fast.
Well, I think I was trying to follow like the high rhythm, like the more guitarish like rhythm, but it was just faster.
I think I was just.
But then it was following the main rhythm underneath, so it was a little bit slower.
I think I was just still, running at the tempo from the previous song, which was, like 30 beats a minute faster. Prime. And I did. I went back and looked. Only NX2 makes a seamless transition from the intro movie to this. Only NX2.
Huh.
There's a few. There were a couple earlier, like old MK3 games where it looks like they designed it to do that. It's just the MK3 couldn't do it.
Hey, this would be cool. Let's do it. Ooh, about that.
I mean, it's fine.
Yeah,
like
it's
they
just
easily
running off
could
TV.
have. They easily could have. I just mean like it looked like they intentionally ended the movie at what the title screen looks
Yeah.
like, but they
has to
put a
load it.
transition in there.
Yeah.
But like almost all of them, even the like this, you obviously saw, like it's basically the same look, but they fade it to black and then they bring it back.
Yeah.
So, plus the beginning of the title screen animation doesn't start with the logo; it starts with it forming, so it doesn't work. have you noticed? So this arrow skin here. I was noticing this. If you start a song on like normal mode, right? It uses that arrow skin that you see in the demo. So same skin, right?
Yeah. Does it have a different default for full mode?
Yeah, but if you go to full mode, the default Prime skin is like kind of excessively detailed. Actually, it looks cool, but it's just like, whoa, that's a lot.
Full mode.
I'll do this. Chill out. I like this song.
Move that body.
But yeah, you can already see it. 'Cause it's all like,
right, that's right. It's like the LEDs.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks cool, but it's like way more detail than.
Wow, new record!
More basic mode gameplay? You want to see more basic mode?
Next stage!
I guess I can do. I can let this fail out and then do a basic mode until Tim gets back. He walked away. I didn't see where he went, but I'm sure he'll be back in a minute. That's all. I can do a basic mode set before.
Hey, why don't you just get up and dance?
Until he gets back.
Game over.
You are back. Pichu asked for more basic mode. So I guess I will play a basic mode until... I was going to play until you got back. But then, yes. Basic ho.
Still over here on Crazy
I love the... I assume this is the chart that I think it is. But I love that it's described as very hard. Very hard 9. Still one of my favorite charts in the whole series. It like covers all of the skills, but in a way that's like not exhausting. Boy, the way the holds look on this skin is weird. They just kind of disappear before the. I don't know if there's another. No, the M one didn't. I felt like they kind of like, before the tail got all the way up, it just kind of went, gone. Not that last one though, so I don't know.
Absolutely perfect!
Holy shit! Extravaganza and hypnosis? Okay, I could do those. So which one of these are you saying is exclusive to basic mode? Is it the easy one? Or is it the harder one? Or the middle one? I don't remember the extravaganza charts enough to really, like, if I get into it, I won't really necessarily know. I mean, I might, but I don't think I will. Is one of these? I got 50 seconds I can wait. And you can tell me, maybe. Or maybe those were two separate thoughts from you. As far as do extravaganza and then exclusive charts. Those were not related. Perhaps. Or a boulder has fallen on top of you and crushed you, and you can't answer anymore. I got that in a work email once. Someone was like, did you get my email that I sent blah? And they're like, or are you currently trapped under a boulder and you can't reply? And I'm like, I will at least do you the kindness of telling you that I'm not interested. Like replying and telling you I'm not interested just because you made that interesting. Oh no. I went the wrong way. I was like, I don't want 4X.
400,000 votes for electricity.
can do it!
Yeah, that chart felt familiar, so.
Next stage!
Your stream is a whole minute behind? Wow. Hit reload, sometimes that helps. Sometimes. I do not see hypnosis in here. Every time I hear that, I always think it's like my timer's running out, and I'm like, ah!
I'm very, very good.
There we go. Oh wow, a double basic. Basic mode.
I didn't know they had doubles in basic mode.
I don't know that I did either. I haven't played a lot of basic mode. Yeah, I just don't. I don't play any of those modes with any regularity, so I forget how they work. So I don't want to jinx it, but so far the camera hasn't frozen. So I feel like this whole sealing run of the cable. Yeah, I can't remember if you were here at the very beginning of the stream, Pichu, but I reran the cable for the camera across the ceiling instead of across the floor, hoping that it would solve my whole crazy freezing and flipping out issues that it's been having lately. And so far, cross fingers, so good. But we'll see how it goes. I mean, we're 2 hours and 20 minutes in, and it hasn't done it yet. So that's a decent sign, I think.
Yep. That it shouldn't be any appreciably better today than
Right. But I'm always up for trying something new that'll make things better. So hopefully that's a thing. It only took me like 5 minutes to do too. I got these nice clips for the ceiling now. So
Very nice.
yeah, so just running things along the ceiling is way easier than it used to be. Because I used to use gaff tape, and it was fine, but it was hard to do. It took time,
a lot more time.
and it also would fall eventually.
Yeah.
But these clips don't fall, and they're real easy to do. You just kind of like snap them onto the little rail, and off you go. Hey, classic boy. Welcome back. All right, you ready? You want to try some more?
Sure.
rest my legs a bit.
Have a little break. A little breaky poo.
It's a little breaky.
It'll break for me.
I feel like we've been talking a lot because we're almost 2.5 hours into the stream, but I don't feel like we've actually. I mean, we played a decent amount, but not.
Yeah, but it's also every time we play afterwards, it's like,
right.
Like, in the past, we've like gone through all the new songs. Like we can just go and play the lower level charts and, you know, not
true.
push ourselves.
Well, and on this party stream thing, like since it's just you too, like we haven't been able to like switch off with other people either. So it's just been go 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 the whole time. I hope that tempo is a lie.
Oof.
Or at least it's a lie for the chart. Like the song can go that fast.
Scratchy innocence. Oh no.
Nope.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it.
Hey, why don't you just get up and dance, man?
Too fast for me.
Too fast.
Too many notes.
For furious.
Alright, try next one. No shame. No shame in bailing, it's fine.
That's the thing, like, easy routine charts are still, like,
Decently good at the game to do any routine.
Sure.
You do have to be able to play double no bar and read ahead.
Right. All tunes. I was like, why are these songs familiar? Because you're in the wrong story, you idiot.
right, another patch one.
Oh, that's 3 people. Okay. Also 3 people. Alright, let's see what this. Maybe this will be. It wants us to like it. Like me! Is that a command? Like
Visualized
me?
by
Or
engine.
be like. What the fuck? Oh. What does this mean? Oh, it's one of those. Whoa!
This is gonna be, I don't know.
I was not ready for one of these.
No. Oh, well, yeah, we're not gonna be able to do that with 2 people. Just.
Hey, why don't you just get up and dance, man?
Literally fell on my face. Well, not
2
quite.
people.
Game over.
I mean, we could.
Some of those loop arounds were very fast. I think it was only 2 people on the pad at any given time.
Sure. Well, you don't know till you try.
Yep.
and then you know that you're. Oh no! You don't know till you oh no.
There you go.
New tunes.
I like that. I'll have to remember that.
Original tunes.
Okay, I know this one. We've done this. I think we did this one.
Are they getting into all the stuff from Infinity now?
Yeah, I think so. Is this is like this. Yeah, this is the same thing, isn't it?
I don't know.
It certainly sounds like the same, like a very similar song as "Like Me." See, "Like Me" and "Follow Me," right?
Yeah, the same artist.
Right. Okay. Is it all gonna be jumps? Oh, can I? So I guess one person can save it.
Oh yeah, you can hit individual arrows.
That's interesting. I don't think it worked that way in, it didn't work that way in Infinity, did it?
Well, I don't even have to hit both of mine.
Yeah.
For the register. So they're all individual.
Interesting. Well, that's good to know. It basically is all jumps, isn't it?
Yeah, and then some runs here and there.
And if this was old pump, the song would be over now. But no!
Yeah, that's where it was like, oh, this is gonna be all jump. I'm not going to last.
Right. Yeah, like, jump streams are exhausting.
Great. Going.
Stay on one side and just hit those areas. Yeah, I mean, we could.
Not really, because sometimes it pulls you. Like,
I mean, you could do
wow, yeah, well,
new
sometimes it has
record.
these things like jump, and then the other person's down here. So you would have to.
Yeah. But,
Next stage.
It's also a lot harder to read
well, yeah, when I'm
two
used
colored arrows like that.
Right, if I'm used to red being top and blue being bottom, and I'm looking at red and blue, but I'm having to like try and keep it all on one side, I think that
all
would really
one
screw me
color
up.
I can follow. It's just mismatch.
Yeah, I remember all of these from before.
Which makes sense if you're going into the original stuff. So it's like, hey, that's the older songs that we had on the tape.
K-pop.
Well, because these are also were out of the new stuff. So we played the first section we went through was new, and then it was the original. So this is all stuff that aren't new.
We might have played this on Chess,
And it would have been on a previous one. So.
Right. But we maybe
I don't
didn't.
recall
I don't recall
exactly what
either.
it was. I may not have played it. You may not have played it.
Right.
Gotcha. Culture.
Sorry.
You're good.
That was at least doable.
Yeah.
Oh,
Kind of
God.
weird rhythm to it.
Yeah. And then
Wow,
stops.
new record.
Took seeing them a couple times before I figured out how that worked. And then the time that I definitely just stepped right on you.
Yeah. Well, I was in the wrong space.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm there, and I'm like, I looked at the screen, I'm like, "Yeah, okay, I'm right." So, this is set at 50%, and the game is set at 80%. This seems very quiet
Yeah.
for that kind of difference.
Well, I wonder if by default, if you set them to the same,
Yeah.
is the intro music quieter by
No,
default?
it is not.
Okay.
It is
Then it's
like
just
if you set them
not-
the same, it's right.
It's not properly scaled linearly.
Yeah, it's very, very strange.
It's a exponential increase. Well, it's Korean percentages.
Oh, okay.
It's like
Metric
British
percentage.
Years. Yeah, like metric years.
Yeah.
British years.
All right. Well, we could try and knock a few more of these out.
Yeah.
Just see what happens. We're up to we're back up to cave pop, which usually are less brutal. Usually.
Slow mode.
Although I will remind you, Dignity is a K-pop song.
All tunes. New tunes.
So,
Dignity full co-op.
right.
Original tunes.
So exceptions apply as usual.
Yeah.
K-pop.
Just gonna be making us do splits and.
Probably. Well, that wasn't as mean as it could have been, for sure. Oh, sorry, that was my fault. Yo!
I think I remember this part. as soon as we hit that first.
Yeah.
As soon as I hit that, I was like, oh yeah, I do remember.
Wow,
Yeah.
new record!
The first, that first split, like I came down and I felt my foot like slide, and I was like, oh shit.
Next stage!
I must have hit the metal, because the metal seems more
World
slippery.
music.
Yeah, well, that's all things with the
J-pop. World
dry air and
music.
static.
Right.
Dust sticks to the pad. There were a few parts that I was just like, I'm just gonna move around the pads to be where I need to be.
I'm just gonna stay out of the way. Feel that? Did you manage the splits?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. You're a little bit taller than me, so you have a little bit more reach, I think,
Yeah.
too. What the hell? That's asking a lot. Like the jump transition. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like, jeez.
Put your link arm.
That's a lot.
Yeah! I knew you can do it!
That's fun.
Wow,
That was
new record!
Totally good try.
Game over!
Game over. Yeah, my legs are starting to feel a little.
It has been the better part of 3 hours.
You like how?
We've been playing crazy amount, but it's all no bar doubles.
Right.
And lots of jumps.
This fucking jumps.
I seem to really like jumps on the routine charts.
Koreans just like jumps in general. I feel like. You ever notice that? Even like third mix Korea, it's like very jumpy compared to third mix Japan. Those charts, and I think Pump compared to DDR a lot of times feels very jumpy.
Pump definitely tends to have a lot more of the just like jump, like
right.
consecutive jump runs. Or jump.
And then DDR gets air specials because that's what we all wanted, or not really, but you know. All right. Well, we got about 15 minutes left. Probably gives us enough time for 1 or 2 more, and then we can just call it. I'm good.
Push through a little longer.
It's tired. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. I mean, I was also thinking it's like I probably could go to the bathroom too, but I was like, nah, I'm just gonna.
Well, that's what I went and did when you were playing this
Yeah,
stuff
I
by
was like,
yourself.
nope,
I'm
I can
gonna take a break.
hold it for 2 more sets. It'll be fine. Especially since we end up only doing only doing 2. Are we doing requests? Hey, if you have a routine request, I will do a routine request. This is not what I want to do. But otherwise, no, I don't think I'm going to do regular requests. I'm out of gas.
All tunes. New tunes.
But if there's a routine that you want us to
World
see,
music.
I will. We can try it. Obviously, for 2 people, not more people. Do Ladybug? Okay, we can do this one. As I recall, this is pretty not
World music.
not terrible. Not terribly difficult. As I recall. Will there be a regular stream this weekend? I don't know, honestly. I'm not planning one. You know what? I could use a
little bit of feedback.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna let it go. This is too slow.
A little faster.
Why don't you just get up and
The
dance,
steps are faster than I remember on this chart.
Game over.
I don't know if I'm gonna do a regular stream. I'm probably gonna. So, I know. I don't know if I'm gonna do another. I'm not planning to do another pub stream this weekend.
All tunes.
I would like to try and play some more Persona,
World music.
which I could do possibly tomorrow or tonight even. And then I will probably stream with Linda tomorrow night. And we might play some games or do whatever. The huge. Oh wait.
Music.
That was it again, right? I think I'll probably try and I think I will try and play. I want to do one more stream of Prime. I've got like 28 more songs to go, I think, to finish the new stuff.
Do that next week sometime.
I'll probably do that maybe Monday, and then we'll get into Prime 2. So we're getting close.
Finishing it up.
We're getting close to finishing the series, unless Double X happens.
I love you.
or Pro and Pro 2 or. Sorry, that was my fault.
This is actually rather fast.
It is. Oh, sorry, that was my fault. They decided to make it all these holes.
Just for you.
Wait. It wasn't overly complicated.
Waiting beat. Wow, new record. Next stage.
Will I do DDR after UB? I don't know. I haven't planned it out. I want to say probably not, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't promise one way or the other.
But you might get to that point and be like, I feel like playing DDR.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how long the UB takes, too. Because I've literally done, like, a whole year of dance games at this point. Because I did DDR for, like, 5 months, and I've been doing this for, like, 5 months or 6 months now. So...
a lot to get through.
So it's like... I kind of want to change it up.
Well, when you start with a couple of the oldest series that you have machines for, longest running.
Yeah, so I kind of want to change it up and do some other stuff.
Next, he's got to move through all the versions of 2DX.
God damn. I mean, I did play all of the console versions, which is a lot. Because that's 3rd through 15?
Somewhere around there.
15 or 16.
I've not kept up, but I know they're like in the well and through the 20s.
Right? Yeah. No, I think 30 is. I think they're up to 30 now. But
New tunes. World music.
let's be alive.
All right, Deontay. After we're done being alive, can we be dead?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Let's hope that we can be alive for this, and then we can just wrap it up. Yeah, we can wrap it up. You can sit down. I'm ready to sit down.
Oh, you saw 3X.
Yep.
I'm not ready for 3X on this. You want to restart?
You think it'll help?
I'm too tired to reach 3X. No bar.
I think it'll be too
Why don't you
crunched.
just get up and dance, man?
Yeah, I don't know.
2x.
It might just be a bit too fast of a start for me right now.
Okay, that's fair.
Because we are out, we're into the stuff that would have been on the Pro Series at that point.
What can we do? That's easy. What's left? Anything? Me neither.
That was the last song that we went
All tunes. New tunes.
We didn't do that.
didn't do the yacht. We could go ahead and look and see what the yacht song Red Swan is.
Man, I have a bad feeling this is gonna be hard as fuck.
Same.
But hey,
It is a intense sounding original from Yop. So.
yeah, we'll try it, and when we fail, then we'll just be done. We can go out on an L. It's
Yeah.
fine. We'll live. Have a good night, Regen. I'll see you next stream. Oh, sorry. My bad.
Look at that hard combo.
I know, right?
Looking
It was not as bad as I thought it might be, honestly.
No.
Like, listening to it, I was expecting much worse.
Hey, Lady B.
Wow,
Wow,
new
the
rigor.
world's best.
Wow. For this whole world of one, because we're offline.
Next stage.
We can go out on. Why don't you just get up and dance, man?
So what's something stupid difficult that we haven't tried? That we were afraid to try, other than this?
Oh, really?
I
was just gonna let it fail out.
Yeah, that's why if you're gonna let it fail, you might as well fail on something stupid. Did we do? What I told you? I don't think we did that one.
It's 3 people.
Oh, that's why we didn't do it. Never mind.
Well, we'll definitely fail. What does it look like?
Just play players 1 and 3.
Man, I'm not used to looking at yellow right now. Good. But you said 1 and 3, so I did.
Well, yellow is actually second one.
Is it?
Yeah, it's LR.
I guess so. Next
Seems to
time,
do red, yellow, blue,
when we have 3 people.
and more energy.
And more energy. All right. Well, we made it, sort of, barely. So, thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for hosting.
But
Thanks for making me hurt.
yeah, you're welcome. Anytime. You know, if you just want to hurt, I can also just like beat up on you for no reason.
True.
But anyway, thanks for
What
joining
are we
us.
live streaming today? Baseball bat.
Bam, 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 bam. But thanks for joining us today. Like I said, I think I'm going to try and stream Persona.
Tonight
Maybe tonight or
something.
tomorrow during the day or maybe both. Like I can do that. That's allowed. And
We should get together and stream Tetris 99 sometime.
yeah, no, I'm game. I'm game for that. And then
I can unlock Invictus mode for you.
nice. I've got one more. I've got one more stream of Prime to finish up the new songs. That'll probably be Monday, would be my guess, and then we'll be on to Prime 2, and then I'll do another. I'll try and schedule another party stream for Prime 2. Hopefully we can get more people to come and we can see some more routines and see some more stepping on each other's feet and getting in the way. So
Routine mode. The dancing game mode where you might benefit from steel-toed shoes.
yeah. Although I assume your soles must be relatively soft because
Yeah, I mean these are like trail runners, so they're a little bit softer than like regular running shoes.
mine are super soft.
Oh yeah, like the foam style.
Yeah, so like if
Like these are rubberized, but like the trail shoes are generally not quite like they're hard rubber, but not as hard as the track running shoes.
yeah, the last
Not that it
the,
makes much
the one
difference.
time that you stepped directly on my foot, it did not hurt as much as I expected it to. I was like, this was survivable.
I might not. I don't think I had all my weight on it either. I think it was something where I was like,
I want to say there was
hit.
one time I stepped on you though, and it was like a jump or something. So I
Yeah.
was literally just like, bam.
Yeah, like so your shoes are fairly soft. Like I definitely hit it, but it didn't like hurt or anything.
Yeah. But anyway,
So wear my shit kicking boots next time.
oh no, wear Dustin's boots. I'll just have no legs left. I'll be perfect for meta.
Because wearing lightweight running shoes isn't enough stamina killer as is.
Right.
Have some ankle weights. Some golf cleats.
All right. Well, I hope you all have a great. I hope you all have a great weekend. Until I see you next, I hope you got some great deals today, and I hope you still have some money tomorrow. But until next time, see you later, guys. Bye.
Bye. Good night.
Hit me!
Oh wait.
Wrong button.
Hey! Why don't you just get up and dance, man?